So, ladies and gentlemen, should we start our class now? Hello? Should we start? Now, all of you, can you listen me clearly? Hello?
Yes, sir.
People are slowly joining, but let us see. I have this compound. What is its name, sir?
Sir, propene.
If I add HBr, in presence of peroxide, is there any difference? Well, if I simply add HBr, the H plus binds itself with the anti-carbon, because whenever HX is added, hydrogen prefers to bind to that carbon which has more hydrogens in HBr addition to alkenes. Not every alkene, it is an unsymmetric alkene. Why I am using this term unsymmetric alkene? Hydrogen of HX. What is this hydrogen of HX is called, sir? Electrophile. Why it is called electrophile, by the way? Hello. It is so called because it has a plus delta charge. It allows to attack center that is rich in electrons. The Br carries minus charge. It allows to attack centers which have positive charge, hence it is nucleophile. So anyway, the H of HX electrophile refers to combine with carbon of more hydrogens. Can you see anti-carbon has 2 hydrogens, whereas bicarbon has only 1? Therefore, hydrogen prefers to combine with anti. Why you like anti, by the way?
Yes.
You like anti because when the hydrogen combines with anti-carbon, I am getting a carbocation, the positively charged carbon in the central position. Whenever H plus adds here, why H plus is adding here means the pi electrons are shifting to this particular anti, and quickly anti gets minus charge and takes away H plus. So the poor boy gets plus charge. Notice that in this way, though boy is getting plus charge, it has 2 nice antis in the neighborhood, both methyl groups. The methyl groups are electron releasing in inductive effect, that's called plus I effect. That gives stability to the positively charged carbon. Therefore, the secondary carbocation is stabilized. Notice that this is the best possibility. Suppose it is not happening. Anti is not taking pi electrons. Suppose boy is taking pi electrons. Then what could have happened, sir? Then what could have happened? Suppose, let us think this for a minute. Suppose the pi electrons are not going on to anti, they are going to boy. Suppose, let us imagine. Suppose if the pi electrons are going to, let us use black because that won't happen. If they are going to boy, then the boy will get minus charge that will combine with H plus. In that case, you are getting CH2, which is losing electrons as pi electrons are going there. CH2, CH. You are getting a carbocation which has a bond to one alkyl group. Alkyl group has plus I effect. Therefore, it is releasing electrons, no doubt. But the carbocation form is having only one alkyl group that gives electrons. It is not stabilized much. Whereas this carbocation is stabilized more because there are two alkyl groups. Therefore, this is never preferred. It will never happen. It won't happen preferentially. Maybe it may give small, very small amount of product. Very small amount, very, very small. This has taken H plus and you got this very, very small, say less than 20%. This gets plus charge. This is the slowest step, most important step, rate determining step. And in the next step, rapidly Br minus will combine because in HBr, H plus already attacked the anti. In our case, H plus already attacked the anti because pi electrons have gone to anti. And now you got a carbocation that combines rapidly with Br minus to give you 2-bromopropane. 2-bromopropane. That is major, more than 80%. Here we are going to this place. Of course, this is less than 30%. So Markovnikov addition, what is Markovnikov addition? In HX addition to unsymmetric alkene, H of HX electrophile prefers to combine with carbon with more hydrogens. It is so because secondary carbocation is more stabilized by plus psi effect of two alkyl groups. What is alkyl group, sir? It can be methyl, ethyl, propyl, whatever. Are we very clear, sir? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now let us look at this, sir.
Yes, sir.
I just want to react this compound cyclohexene with HBr. Now, what is the expected production? There is no difference between anti and bi because both are CH and CH. So it makes no difference whether I write a Br here, the other carbon takes hydrogen, or Br here. Both are same, no? But all the difference you can observe if I make a slight modification. If I put here, I'm now making some modification. Yes, sir. Yep. You can extend if you want. Ladies and gentlemen, now I am adding HBr. Now the double bond is linked to anti and bi. Anti and bi are not same. Who has more hydrogen, sir? Anti or bi? Hello? Hello?
Sir, for boy.
It is 1-ethyl cyclohexene. Now boy has more hydrogens. So boy will take hydrogen. And already there is one hydrogen. Therefore, boy is taking hydrogen, extra hydrogen. And now anti is taking Br. So name of this compound can be 1-bromo, 1-ethyl cyclohexane. Are we very clear on this, sir? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So why this happens means in this way you are getting very stable carbocation. If you are breaking the reaction into 2 steps, at the end of first step here, the hydrogen is coming, means 5 electrons are going like this. Now it is taking H plus. So already there is a hydrogen there. It is a new hydrogen. Let us use black color. This is new hydrogen. This is old hydrogen. Now this is becoming positive carbon. Notice that this carbocation is stabilized by 1 ethyl group, 1 alkyl group this side, another alkyl group this side. In fact, it is a tertiary carbocation, very, very stable, right? Therefore, that preferentially forms. Once you got a carbocation, rapidly that is attacked by Br minus, because that is a positive center, it is a minus center. This is a hero, this is a heroine. If there is a hero, if there is a heroine taking bath in a particular waterfall with a bikini, immediately hero will attack. Okay, very good. Fantastic. Habits, rapid attack, reaction completes. Notice the attack of Br minus is not a rate determining step. The attack of H plus lowest step is rate determining step. So this is Markovnikov addition. Now you will be wondering, sir, if I am taking propene and if I am adding HBr in presence of peroxide, why I am getting unexpected product like this against Markovnikov? It is 1-bromo propane is the major product if there is H2O or if there is UV light. Why like this, sir? This is called anti-Markovnikov rule, or it is called Karash effect, or it is called peroxide effect. Now, what happens? Notice that this is valid only for HBr, as you know. In presence of H2O2, H2O2 is very unstable, as you know, it decomposes to give free radicals. This free radical will urgently react with HBr, and the OH, which is having 1 electron, will take 1 electron of this hydrogen and it will become water. Now you got Br free radical. This Br free radical is bulky, heavy, lazy, crazy. This Br free radical, if you have propene, now again it has a choice. Propene means there are 2 electrons in the pi bond. Can you see the pi electrons? I will show them like this. This is 1 sigma bond. Can you see? Oh, it's not ready. This is sigma bond. And this is additional pi electrons, pi bond, 2 electrons. Out of these 2 pi electrons, one is the pi electrons are linking on to bond. Now, if the Br feels very easy to come and attack this adjacent carbon because it has to travel less distance when compared with this. You are already bulky, you are already heavy, you are already lazy. Do you prefer to travel more distance or you prefer to be happy with a short walk? What distance you prefer?
Short distance.
Also, if you travel short distance, what is the effect? If you travel a long distance, what is the effect? Let us see. If it travels a short distance, happily Br combines here. And now you are getting CH3, CH, CH2 Br. And the central carbon is getting a lone electron. That is free radical, secondary free radical. And suppose the bromine makes a bigger travel and goes to buy, then I will be getting CH3. Now it is combining with the central carbon. traveling a lot of distance. And now this is a primary free radical. Always, whether it is a free radical or carbocation, if it is surrounded by more alkyl groups, it is more stabilized because alkyl groups have electron releasing inductive effect. They can lead to hyperconjugation. However, if it is a primary free radical, only one side there is alkyl group and it is not stabilized much. Therefore, the free radical prefers to attack anti, making a secondary free radical which is stable. Once you got a secondary free radical, now it will rapidly react with HBr. Take, say, a hydrogen, and you get CH3CH2CH2Br. Again, you got a free radical. The free radical can again go to another terminus of another propene. This reaction proceeds like a chain. There is no end. Notice that I really don't care whether I have 12 participants or 5 participants or 3 participants. I don't know. I am putting it in the group and I request all of you to share the invitation and see to it most of you join. Always your class is at 8 a.m. There is no change in that. Why others have not joined? You have any idea, sir? Hello?
No idea, sir.
We can't help, no. Suppose you are planning your marriage, you are marrying a beautiful girl of your choice. So many people have not come. Will you stop marrying? No. You will go ahead with all your activity. Yes, you don't bother. This is scheduled meeting. I want, I please request you to put a word to all your friends. Because I am going very slowly. I am trying to build the foundation. Once you miss the foundation, you will be in trouble later on. Are we very clear? Sir, we talked about Markovnikov rule, anti-Markovnikov rule. This anti-Markovnikov rule is valid only for HBr. Okay? Right? It is not valid for HI. It is not valid for HF, not valid for even HCl. Because only HBr can undergo easily homolytic fission. Others bond is very strong. Your peroxide cannot disturb. Okay? Yeah. Some people can be easily disturbed. You are studying, sitting in a balcony. A girl walks. Immediately you close the book and look at the girl. You are getting such a temptation. Only some people get the temptation. Others, they do serious work. They don't get disturbed. Okay? Notice that if they are not getting disturbed, you can't say physically they have some deficiency. No, not like that. Their mental power is good. So HBr is having a low mental power. It can easily break down to give free radicals. So HBr bond is sufficiently weak to break down to give free radicals. Anyway, there is a note on that. Now here I look at it. Sir, I have taken this compound again. Now I am reacting with bromine. What do I get, sir? What do I observe? Bromine in carbon disulfide. Carbon disulfide is a liquid. Normally, no, ordinary reactions we carry out with water. Water is a liquid we use. After taking food, you drink water. Like that, reactions also we carry out using water in inorganic lab. But in organic laboratory, for liquid, we use some solvent like carbon disulfide, carbon tetrachloride, organic solvents. So anyway, propane reacts with bromine in an organic solvent. What is the product, sir? The reddish brown color of bromine, the reddish brown color of bromine will disappear. The pi bond will break. One Br comes down, one Br comes up. Can you see it, sir? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, because we are preparing for advance, I want to see how it happens. Yes, sir. When propene reacts with bromine, that bromine which is approaching the pi bond, Because the pi electrons have negative charge, they are electron rich. The bromine that is approaching this particular pi bond will get a little plus charge. The other bromine which is away get a little minus charge. This charge separation happens due to a temporary effect called electromeric effect. Normally in bromine there is no charge separation, no charge. It is a non-polar molecule. It is a pure covalent bond. But when it approaches the double bond, the pure covalent bond becomes polar covalent bond. This polarity is getting as it is approaching the electronic center. It is called electromeric effect or temporary effect. Now, what happens is the CH2, CH, CH3. The pi bond now is linking, now the pi bond is linking the Br. This Br got minus charge. This Br got plus charge. Have you seen? I'll try it again. CH, single bond CH, CH3. This pi bond is actually embarrassing the Br. Wow, come on. Come on, my dear Br, you have plus charge. I love you. Yes. Can you see that? Now, this is called cyclobromonium ion. When this bond becomes firm, now anyway, this is loving two fellows, so I can take divorce. The second Br will think and it will take all the property and get out. When the bond forms firmly, I will be getting cyclobromonium ion perfect and Br minus. It's become now full minus. Why it became full minus? How? It has taken all the electrons. Now the Br has to live with the two husbands. Okay. Now that is the cinema. Notice that the cyclobromonium ion, though there are two carbons trying to make a pi bond, is not very happy. It has still some positive charge. And moreover, there is a tremendous strain. This is a triangular bond with 60 degrees bond angle. It is under tremendous strain. Now what happens is the Br is not happy to have positive charge. Therefore, our Br will take the pi electrons and kick in the ass of this first carbon. This is what? No? This is the molecule CH2 double bond CH, CH3. Now the pi electrons were taken by bromine because it has plus charge, plus delta, minus delta. When once they came, you got a cyclobromonium ion. When once the cycle is forming, it is just forming, the second Br is taking away the full electrons and going out as Br minus. You got a cyclobromonium ion. Cyclobromonium ion will kick the carbon, anti-carbon, and take away the bonded electrons so that the first carbon gets plus charge. Can you see? It will be like this. Now it got plus charge. When it got plus charge, the second Br which got broken here, it will go all the way and attack from other side. Why it is attacking from other side? See the previous slide. The Br which broken the bond cannot attack from this side because the Br and Br bulk and bulk they repel. There is no space. Br is a big atom. Due to steric hindrance, it can't attack from this side. Moreover, this carbon got plus charge. Therefore, it will go all the way the opposite side and attack. That is the reason why always in bromination, in chlorination, even in the reaction of HOCl, HOBr, the direction in which the other fellow OH attacks is opposite to the direction in which the Cl or Br attacks. So at the end, you will be getting one Br up, one Br down, 1,2-dibromopropane. Notice that this is called weak dihalide. Please notice that this type of addition where two groups are attacking from opposite sides is called anti-addition. Who will undergo anti-addition? Br2, Cl2, HOCl, HOBr. All these fellows undergo anti-addition. Anti means both the fellows who are attacking, two Brs which are attacking, two Cls which are attacking, or OH and Cl which are attacking, OH and Br which are attacking. They attack from opposite sides. Are we clear on this, sir? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
This is a very important key idea, sir, for advance. It has a lot of repercussion later on. Thank you very much for seeing that. Now we agreed upon that. When I take propene, if I react with HBr, I get one type of product, by and large. If I react with Br in presence of peroxide, I get a different type of product. If I react with bromine, I will be getting weak dihalide, that is anti-addition. Now, I don't want bromine to go here. I want bromine to attack here. That's very difficult. What to do? Suppose I want to prepare a compound like this. The Br is not coming to anti, it is not coming to boy, it is coming to chutney. The chutney position is called allylic position. So if you want to put a Br in allylic position, the reaction is called allylic halogenation. Let us look at that, sir. Now our heading is allylic halogenation. Can you identify allylic position in this molecule, sir? Anti-boy chutney. Anti-boy chutney, donkey, elephant, frog. Anti-boy chutney, donkey, elephant, frog. In one, what is allylic position, sir?
Anti.
In two, what is allylic position, sir?
Donkey and anti.
Notice that in two, there are two allylic positions.
Yes,
In
sir.
three, what is allylic position?
Boy and elephant.
Notice that if you want to put a halogen in this position, you can't directly use bromine. If you directly use bromine, it will attack double bond. You get anti-product, weak dihalide. You can't use HBr. If you are using HBr, the Br prefers to combine with boy. If you are putting hydrogen peroxide, well, Br may combine with anti. But how to put it in allylic position is a problem. If you want to put it in allylic position, there are two options. You can use bromine and UV light. It is a poor option. You can use N-bromosuccinimide. N-bromosuccinimide. On this issue, I prefer N-bromosuccinimide. I directly get. What is the name of this compound, sir? Even in this case, I get this. But the yield is more in, the double bond is not disturbed. Yield is more in case 2 rather than in 1. I prefer 2. Now, what is the name of this compound in IUPAC? What is the name of 2? Hello, are you there? Hello?
Yes, sir.
What's the name of two? According to
3
IUPAC.
bromopropanene.
Perfect. That is called allylic bromide. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to prepare this allylic bromide, I prefer NBS. Now, what is NBS? Can you see? What is NBS? Gen-bromosuccinimide. It is a dicarboxylic acid like CH2, CH2, COOH, COOH. The dicarboxylic acid generates N-bromosuccinimide. Can you draw its structure? You can. The N-bromosuccinimide, when reacts with the HBr, it gives succinimide and bromine. Notice that N-bromosuccinimide is the right choice to bring about allylic bromination. You take N-bromosuccinimide, you add a little bit of HBr, you get a small quantity of bromine, and the trace amount of bromine can undergo free radical substitution reaction. Look at the reaction. This compound I gave is propene. When propene is added with N-bromosuccinimide in presence of any peroxide, or if you heat, the N-bromosuccinimide, when you are adding peroxide or when you are heating or when you are giving a light, slightly decomposes to give small amount of bromine. That will bring about allylic bromination. That is the reaction, sir. Notice, if I take toluene and benzene methane, if I take toluene and add N-bromosuccinimide, the red color hydrogen that is called benzylic hydrogen is replaced by Br. You will be getting benzyl bromide. If you start with toluene and add NBS, you get benzyl bromide. If you start with propene, you add NBS, you get allyl bromide. Look at the reaction mechanism. First, bromine will break down to give free radicals. The free radical will attack the methyl group linked to benzene. That is, you get a benzyl free radical. Benzyl free radical will again react with bromine to give benzyl bromide. This reaction is giving less product if I am using heat or light. But if I am using N-bromosuccinimide, simply take toluene and put NBS. Urgently get benzyl bromide. Simply you take propene and put N-bromosuccinimide. Urgently you will be getting the allyl bromide. This is N-bromosuccinimide. Practice your structure. If I take this compound, can you say what is the name of the starting material? Sir, can you see? Cyclopentene. When cyclopentene reacts with N-bromosuccinimide, Br is going to allylic position. Can you see it clearly? 100% only one product. Okay, sir. So these are allylic bromination. You already knew how to convert alcohol into alkyl halide. What reagent do you use to convert alcohol into alkyl halide, sir? What reagents are used to convert alcohol into alkyl halide, sir?
Sir, hydrogen halogenating agents like thionyl chloride.
Anybody who can replace OH with halogen is called a halogenating agent. Ha. There are many halogenating agents like PCl3, PCl5, SOCl2, a paste of ZnCl2 and HCl. This paste of HCl and ZnCl2 is called Leucos reagent. Any halogenating agent, namely PCl3, PCl5, SOCl2, ZnCl2 plus HCl, if I add to any DAM alcohol, the OH group of alcohol is replaced by halogen. A very convenient method. But which is the best halogenating agent?
Sir,
The best
thionyl
halogenating
chloride.
agent is SOCl2, thionyl chloride. Why it is the best? Because when it actually reacts with alcohol, you get SO2, which is a gas goes out, and you will get HX, which is a gas that goes out. So you get a clean product of alkyl halide. These are some methods of preparation. Today we have 100% completed the types of reactions which are used to prepare alkyl halides. Read the NCERT book thoroughly. Now we start a type of reactions which alkyl halides undergo.
Excuse me, sir. One doubt, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, in this NBS reactions, the reactions which you are talking now, sir, why we are adding UV or peroxide, sir?
Yes, sir. You can add either peroxide or UV light. If you use N-bromosuccinimide, you get only allylic bromide, nothing else, and very rapidly. If you are not using N-bromosuccinimide, you get many products and the reaction takes a lot of time, nuisance.
Yes.
Sir, but along with N-bromosuccinimide, we are adding this UV or H2O, sir, in last.
Yeah, that is also added, but normally we don't show it in the equation.
It is added, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Because you have to generate free radical.